This is 1080 by 720.
This is a white man named Khalid that can speak Russian.
We are going to be looking at pictures of ourselves when we were in high school, just after high school, going around, having a laugh. All right. I'm starting with maybe my favorite picture that was sent to me. Look at that. Look at that handsome
There's
fella.
a really good one.
Waiting for it to pop up.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Fucking
Which one are you?
Oh, that's Tom and Alex.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. So that was freshman year of college.
Anti-Kindler.
Yeah, I took that hat.
Because
I
I'm
was
a
really
perfect
cool.
physical specimen and I'm extremely
That's
young.
still Livestrong too.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
So I was 18 there.
The Livestrong. I seen a guy with Livestrong in 2020.
I was living the electro swing lifestyle long before.
Oh my god.
Oh, but
Oh,
doing
you're
the,
right.
he's doing the vote face.
Yeah.
Yeah. What irony level was the hat, Tom?
I thought it was funny, but like also I thought it looked cool, and also I was just wasted in that picture. Most of the, I think, half the photos.
Gonna have an epic night.
Drunk. But it's
You
cool.
look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was going through my old pictures, like in the albums from like 2009, it was just like uploads from a party where everyone's hammered. Do you guys have those ones where it's just like, like
yeah.
20 pictures from the party? It's like, Jesus Christ.
Well,
That was that apartment is the first place I ever had sex. So
ooh.
Congrats, dude. Awesome.
not that definitely wasn't not that
Me
night.
too. That's really interesting. I'm the same height with you.
Not that night.
So,
Damn. Can you leave the hat on, Tom?
No.
Chet sent me some photos, but I also had some of my own photos of Chet saved from that era. So here's one of those. Oh fuck, it's huge. Look at this
this is
Chad, dude.
Oh yeah, no,
That's the
you
fucking-
can find out. You can figure out exactly what type of guy Chet was from this. Yeah, it's really. First of all, like a rebel, like wearing a Michigan Wolverine shirt as an Ohioan is just like that. Really, Chet's anti-authoritarian.
That was his first rebellion right there.
Yeah.
I was a piece of shit about Michigan in high school too. Everyone hated, all the teachers like would make fun of me when Ohio State won because like I would wear like Michigan like shirts with Michigan jackets with Michigan hats and like I was like really into sports back then. I remember when a few years after this, and when the Packers were in the Super Bowl, I went to the mall wearing my cheese head.
Welcome back.
That's how sick it would have been if you did this the DJ Stash haircut with it. Just banged it out.
It looks like you're the fucking quarterback of the football team.
Yeah, he looks like Tim Riggins.
Yeah.
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 Now, my football career, I tried out for football for the very first time my junior year in high school, and I fucked up my back lifting weights, so I never even played it down. I just stayed on the sideline for the entire season, and then my senior year, it was awesome though. I got to wear like cool Under Armour. My dad bought me this awesome Under Armour long sleeve shirt I was stoked about. I get to wear the football jersey with my last name on it. But yeah, then I quit. I was like, all right, I'm not just playing my first down of football ever my senior year of high school. I was dog shit too. I was like, I'm gonna be a tight end, and like the very first, like 3 minutes after the camp started, they're like, "All right, you're gonna go offensive line." It's like, fuck.
Yeah,
they threw me like 3 passes.
They gave Chet a headset. It wasn't plugged in anything.
Was this one from high school too, or is this just another photo of you that I had saved?
That's at my sister's wedding in 2010. Walking down the aisle with my grandma.
Almost there, yeah.
Hell yeah.
That
That was the last time. Yeah, yeah.
That's like
A little bit.
yeah.
That's Chet it right there.
Yeah, that's the type of photo that someone would make their profile picture for 12 years.
Wait, you're making the circle with your hand.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
You better not punch me.
What are you telling us?
Shortly after, I punched my grandma on the arm.
Okay.
Well, she saw the circle.
You guys want to see me with heavy metal hair?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So this picture was from a volleyball tournament in grade 11. We won bronze.
Oh, hell yeah.
Got the
Let's
Opeth
go.
t-shirt
Very cute.
on. That was probably about as long as the hair ever got. I still had braces at the time.
Hell yeah.
You're a little
Oh,
sweetie.
wow.
This was in 2016.
Hey, no, 2006.
Volleyball's like the American football of Alberta.
That's
Guys.
right.
It's cool.
I was in BC, but this was on
No,
a
you know.
this was on a bus
Yeah,
from
Western Canada.
from Prince George to was it 2016? Fuck you, 2006. Yeah, Ghost Reveries would have just been
He's a lot
just
of
been
games in
released.
the last 4 years.
Holy
It was
fuck.
2016. That guy's trolling. He doesn't think that.
Yeah, he's just trolling.
And then from that same bus trip from Prince George to Dawson Creek, there is the worst photo of myself I think has ever been taken. You can see it right there. So I'm eating chicken wings from 7-Eleven, and it was a dark
Oh,
bus.
man.
And
Really
they
not good.
No, they surprised me with the flash, and caught
I
me
think
like
that looks good.
mid surprise.
That's a
Aaron,
rib
look-
guy.
Look like a cryptid.
Aaron looked like a hacker.
Yeah, this is like, a guy sentenced for hacking JSTOR.
God, I fucking hate
That's
that
funny.
goddamn picture.
So tight.
That look, you look like the rib guy from the guy who's in jail now.
Oh,
Yeah, but I'm wing guy.
what's Rib Guy in jail for?
He's
I-
not in jail.
What?
It was a guy
Oh,
that looked like him.
Yeah, that was a-
Ages don't
That was
match
a
up.
fake.
That's good. That's good.
Someone in chat said I look British, and yeah, I look very British there. If I show my teeth all the time, I look extremely British. Period.
This
They
is
love showing
me.
their teeth.
This is me, son, after Boris won. Enjoying
There's
himself.
Aaron and Mayor Pete.
Yeah, that's a British person right there.
So this is a couple years, 1 or 2 years later, grade 12, when I went to Sweden by myself to watch some concerts, and there I am with Per Weberg, the former keyboardist from Opeth, and then Anna,
Oh,
the keyboardist from Anecdoten. They had some continuity there. I was a big Opeth guy back in the day.
You're wearing Opeth's shirt in the last pictures.
You're
Yeah.
a bigger Opeth guy than the Opeth guy.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I thought they were tall over there.
I remember my Facebook comment on there was I had to slouch to get in the frame with them, but I just had bad posture. I go through phases with Opeth where I'll listen to them a lot for like a week and then not do it again for 6 months.
They're
All
pretty
right,
good. I don't listen to him that much.
yeah, it's like it's more of a nostalgia thing, but there's still some bangers. Let's show some Alex. This one's pretty good. Oh god, that's
I love
fucking huge.
Alice's. I love Alice's.
Zoom it out. That was the actual superlative they gave me.
So fucking good.
Because this was when I made a big stink about defending Gaddafi
Sound cool.
in the civil war, Libyan civil war, in social studies. And that was also when I was really into Stalin.
We're
And now you're just the dictator on Sundays, playing videos
That
over
one
everyone
nice.
else.
So fucking good.
What was I gonna say? Were everyone
like a
else in your
yearbook?
yearbook shot like it was a like a mugshot, or was that just you because you're a dictator?
Yeah, that was the point of it. They had everyone hold up a piece of paper,
Mhm.
and I made a stupid face on purpose.
That's the school to prison pipeline. Everyone,
is,
call,
yeah.
everyone call this school and get it shut down.
Hey man, schools are prisons, man. I was homeschooled.
Now, my high school is the high school to grocery store pipeline. From what I can tell now.
Now, did you what was I gonna say? Was your high school small? Did they do this for like
Yeah.
literally everybody?
It was. They did superlatives for everyone in the class. My class was like 22 people.
No, damn, that's
Jesus.
teeny.
Oh wow.
I think
it's
they
very
did it for
small.
like the even numbered grades. So it wasn't too much.
President Hedgehog, thank you for the 7 months. I was very pissed off in my, I think, was it senior yearbook? Yeah, because I would have won class clown if they counted like most likely to be a comedian first. Because I got like second, but they counted class clown first. So the guy won that, and then I wasn't second for most likely to be a comedian. Very, very nasty and unfair. I didn't get anything in my senior yearbook.
There was nothing funny about that.
What's that guy doing now?
Is
he a professional comedian?
Yeah, it's Louis C.K.
No, it's yeah.
Yeah, Aaron's 48. Went to school in like Boston, wherever Louis C.K. is from.
There's the fucking guy that won most likely to be a comedian or class clown. I forget over me. He was this guy that was like, he was like the goofy farm boy, and his like classic bit was he had pretend his hand was a snowmobile, and when he was walking down the hallway, he'd go like on the walls with his like snowmobile hand. And that was like the classic fucking bit. When I say I went to school at Letterkenny, it's those type of people.
Yeah, right through Letterkenny. So I guess
has he died in a snowmobile accident since then?
No, he lost his hand.
His willingness. Thanks for that gifted sub. I'm gonna look up this motherfucker on Facebook.
I had an ex-boss who died in a drunken snowmobile accident.
Jesus.
I knew a guy who got so many DUIs, his license got suspended for like something very onerous, like 100 years by some Ramsey County judge. And so he would just like take his snowmobile to buy beer.
That's so sweet.
In like May, going down the wet grass.
Actually, I was
taking a boat and using the boost over and over on land like Fortnite.
I'm gonna throw up a Felix picture. I'm gonna grab this fucking yearbook so I can find out. But be right back.
I didn't get class clown because I was too malicious.
This was I think this is 2008.
Senior Felix.
Yeah, this is like, you know, in the wake of Obama's historic victory, very big moment. I don't really. I mean, I'm just like a person with a wide face and head, but it was much wider as a boy. I also drank a lot, as you would do in Illinois high schools. And
Obama just won. You're at Millennium Park all night.
Yeah, this is Millennium Park, actually. That wallpaper is familiar to any Chicagoan. No, yeah.
I actually like it.
No, yeah, this was, you know how I said stairs are a big part of my childhood? These are the stairs I was talking about. This is the stairs that go up to the room where my first PC was. This is me with our childhood dog, Memo, a Portuguese water dog. But yeah, no, this was, what did I do this year? Yeah, I got really fat. I was pretty in shape as a 16-year-old, and then I just like, I really widened out. Full time.
Another shape.
Yeah, I looked like JB Pritzker, basically. Yeah.
It's the Illinois water.
Yeah, there's just something in there that's making people wide, and we're gonna figure it out one day. And then there'll be more than like, you know, 10 attractive people in Chicago, in Cook County. But no, it was. What would you do at this time? You would like go to Rogers Park and drink in a half-finished basement, and then the big thing there was that you could piss in a sink that was in the laundry room.
The Adam Carolla bit.
Yeah.
Oh, done that a few times.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm still not
if
even
I'm
sure.
any place I don't want to be, and I go in the bathroom and single-use bathroom, I'm pissing in the sink.
Done we used to piss in my one buddy's little septic hole in the tank hole that had all the water. Not the septic tank, the sump pump hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to piss in that too.
Yeah.
Dude, yes, I love that one.
And then one time my one buddy got so drunk he just ran over there and puked, but it had like still like a little partial covering on it. He just puked all over it.
Yeah, of course. It's all gonna go down.
Right. Yeah. And then you don't
What
realize
does it smell in here? Some animals must have got in.
Basements were disgusting like that during parties.
Yeah.
What are you even doing in this picture, Felix? Like, is that your arm or is that like
That's a dog.
Yeah, it's a dog.
Yeah, I'm holding a dog, not in a standard way.
I see.
This
That's
is
weird.
weird.
He's putting in a guillotine.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of
He's
like
grappling.
it's sort of like I'm Darce choking the dog,
Mhm.
which is this is around the time I started training, so I would definitely be applying a Darce choke here, and then maybe gator rolling her.
So I found my senior yearbook, and the first like best of thing is just best vehicle, and it's a picture of a Dodge truck and a Chevy Silverado.
That is the best
Man,
vehicle.
You went to a rural high school, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, I lived in
Or was
a
it
rural...
Calgary?
No. I grew up in Dustin Creek, BC, which is like a rural farm town, like 9 hours northwest of here, with like 10,000 people. So my graduating class was like 250, but it was very farm-y. And
I had some of those kids too. It's a weird mix of. It was a weird mix of like liberal, like crunchy granola people. Like I had like 8 teachers that were lesbians from Smith College.
That's not nearly enough.
But then I also had kids who were really into like saluting the flag and four-wheeling.
Yeah,
so cool.
Yeah, mine was like that too. We actually were supposed to go to see the Harry Potter orchestral presentation, and a bunch of the Christian parents complained about wizardry and sorcery, and then we didn't get to go to it.
Alex,
Good,
all the kids I knew, from your area, Alex, were either really hipster kids that listen to Animal Collective like too much just to make a statement, or like skinny jeans, fat, straighten your hair kids that listen to like Chiodos and was way too like loud and way too wild for how big they were type kids that played well all day.
The original drummer for All That Remains
So tight.
were from here, one of the biggest bands from here. I played with him once.
Oh, damn.
Hell yeah.
She was friends with my guitar teacher when I was a kid.
I thought I jammed the hell out
Chiodos
of...
is from here. I said before, Craig Owens drives around here still with his Camaro with the Chiodos license plate. Very tight.
Chiodos license plate.
Remember me?
I think All That Remains was the first band that played at Sounds of the Underground in 2005 when I went, which also Every Time I Die played at, and I think I missed their set because I was in line to get an Opeth autograph. Kind of weird. Anyways, we got Beach Tom.
Yeah.
On Island.
Oh yeah. This
right
is
after freshman year of college.
That was when he was a Rasta.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, just we were at the beach, and the hair band is. I just thought it was cool because I had my hair like kind of longish then, and I was working at
Look cool.
yeah. Can't deny that.
I was working at a grocery store where they didn't let you have a beard, and so like I was during vacation, I was trying to grow it all out.
So remember, like
when I worked at McDonald's, they would get mad at me for not shaving.
Man, there's
It's McDonald's.
So remember my I've talked about my demon friend Alan before, the one that we we catfished our grade 7 teacher on Plenty of Fish. We got our first job at A&W Canada together, and he worked in the front and I worked in the back. And our supervisor was this like massive sour bitch who was just like always jumping up my ass for like not washing dishes fast enough, or she was horrible. Like worst supervisor I've ever worked for. But she like she had like hair underneath her chin or whatever. But then she just like let it grow there. And fucking Alan was one of those kids that had like early facial hair, and it was the same thing. He got like told off for being stubbly, and so he just started like playing with the part of the neck where she like had visible hair, and she like freaked out and left, and he got reprimanded. Fucking demon.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that is a double standard.
no
If
puka
you have to
shells.
shave your face, you can't be a woman with hair all over your face.
Yo, Peach, thanks
This
for the 8
is-
months.
This is when I was wearing the Live Strong, and then I got an Adidas like one from like Dick's that came with a purchase, and so I was wearing those like rubber bracelets a lot. And I was playing a bunch of soccer.
Let's fucking go. We got one of our 90 raid warriors signed up. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Tom was wearing a sex bracelet.
No,
Kate, I am a soccer player. I played soccer for I played from I was 4 till I was 17 until senior year of high school. And
Hey,
then,
that's not nice. Oh, never mind. Tom's not. Just kidding.
And then I quit because the coach didn't like me, and I didn't want to go to practice anymore. So I didn't play senior year. But then I played in a bunch of intramural teams in college.
That's a Tom
I
reason.
played in
Oh.
4th and 5th grade, I think. My dad was big into soccer in high school.
Oh, it was great. I was so happy I
I
quit.
didn't like it.
Because
Yeah.
then I was just hanging out in people's basements, drinking beer and playing video games. And senior year rocked.
Damn, this is way better.
Oh, you mean I don't have to run? I don't have to be
Oh.
at school until 7 p.m. every day because we don't have practice till 5, but we're not allowed to go anywhere.
Yeah, that sucks. I never
Yeah.
wanted to do that. I didn't want to be at school after school.
No, I hated
I don't
it.
care what it is. I'm not doing that. I'm
I
going
used
home.
to. my sister is 2 years older than me, so she drove me freshman and sophomore year, and she would get involved with everything, and I would just throw fits because she would be in like student council, and like we'd have to stay at school at like 4:30, and I would just be so angry every single day, just pouting and bitching.
It was the
Why
opposite.
do you
is a
want
real
to
hack.
play here? This sucks. God.
Yeah, well, even my friends that grew up there, they had money to play hockey. They still played soccer anyway. They go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I started driving junior and senior year, my brother was a year younger than me, and he'd get in trouble every single day because we'd be like 5 to 10 minutes late to school every single day. And I never got in trouble because the teacher just didn't care, but his teachers cared. So it's up to be him.
God, CC Lopez. Yeah, I'd quit too.
So Tom here looks like, you know how Chet looked like the fucking high school quarterback star? Tom looks like his stoner friend that would always get him into trouble. Like the bad influence.
This picture looks like the picture they would use for like a high school senior or college freshman who died in a car accident. Just something about it.
It's the
something
crop,
about
I
it.
think.
The full
Yeah,
page
the
Who is
photo.
that guy?
Yeah.
Who is that guy who lived on O.J. Simpson's property?
Kato
Kato-
Candlin.
It's that kind of energy.
Oh, fuck yeah. Look at Chad.
I was emo for Halloween.
Got him.
2006. Yeah, no.
Emo band Nirvana.
I know, right? No, it's just because like that's like my sister's shirt. I just had to find like the title, and then like I
Dude, Chad,
still
you're the berries and cream haircut. Like, they're
Oh my god, he did.
yeah, no, and then like the jeans I was wearing, I feel still to this day I feel bad because my sister was a lot smaller than me, so I couldn't wear her jeans. So I went to my neighbor who I was friends with, and I was like, "Hey, I can't fit in my sister's clothes. Can I borrow yours?" And I didn't really think about like how mean that was. Like she was cool about it and everything, and she wasn't like offended. But like after like now thinking about it, I'm just like, God damn it, dude. Probably should have went to something else. Yeah, but those are.
I used to
girl
hate
jeans.
emo kids back then because I was super depressed. And they were all like not as depressed, but playing it up more. Fuck you.
so funny.
Fuck, that one
This is
rocks.
great Halloween.
Yeah, those belts are cool. If you have belts like that, it's cool because you just keep getting fatter. I had one.
There's this one too.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
God.
That one was
okay,
just
this
saved
is
to my
like
phone
Ashton
for some
Kutcher.
reason.
This is a news article about someone who killed themselves on an early live streaming site.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like Chet was on
Black and white.
Stickum.
Yeah, Chad like took pills on Stickum and died.
Stick 'em.
How old would this have been, Chet?
This is probably 15 or 16. I was back in my Michigan phase. I got a Michigan hat.
Dude's called you
And-
Mitch Jones. It is Mitch Jones, but still.
Yeah, I was really into Red Hot Chili Peppers back then too, as you can see. I had like 3 Red Hot
Oh,
Chili
fuck
Pepper
yeah.
shirts. Great.
Oh, man.
Best band of all time.
I can see,
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
see this Chet
Best,
going to
best
the
band to come out
Fortnite
of
World
Michigan.
Cup.
Kiss.
Like if this was
was,
today, you get signed to FaZe. Malsef, let's fucking go.
This one, I think this was my my MySpace profile picture for the longest time. Actually,
Oh fuck yeah.
I bet it was.
Oh, I didn't
Oh shit,
add
we
it
got
to
another
the,
raid guy.
yeah, I did not add it to the folder, but I do have my my fucking MySpace profile picture saved here somewhere.
Hey, there was a moment when RHCP popped off in like 2000.
I
I
mean,
gotta
I
go back
found-
and listen to
Aaron,
that.
I found
but-
one picture from there.
Let's fucking go.
I think-
Can you
MySpace.
DM it?
Yeah, I'm DMing it to you right now on Discord.
remember
I
the
enjoyed the Danny California video when I was 14.
I thought the Californication music video where it looked like they were in a video game was like the coolest thing. I remember watching that on MTV.
Yeah, that was a great
Oh,
one.
this is sick, dude. And then what is the Scar Tissue? They're all just driving in like a convertible, all like they just got out of a brawl. I thought that was a cool one too. Still is probably. I like, by the way, the album
Oh,
too.
could you just send it on Twitter? It'll probably work better. Because like if it's on Discord, I'd have to leave the cams.
Oh, weird. So,
Let's see. Oh.
If you look up the Red Hot Chili Pepper set at Woodstock '99,
Damn,
the
who
very
took
first
that?
frame has Flea's full dick and balls in it, flopping around. He's completely nude.
This is from a webcam, but this was the MySpace profile picture.
Very cool.
We got the Catatonia Tonight's Decision T-shirt, Iron Maiden poster, Blues Brothers poster,
Blues Brothers poster, the
unmade bed with
That's
a
my
sleeping
favorite metal
bag as a
band.
blanket.
That's all you need.
That's so funny.
So good. The Canucks
Not a
poster
lot
of
of
the Blues
people-
Brothers so funny.
Seth, you have to play through the tutorial.
Not a lot of people know that metal actually has roots in the blues. The Blues Brothers.
They invented metal.
I'm kind of a music
Oh
historian.
hell yeah, Mike!
Look epic. That's why I laughed at it. I said, "Oh, whoa, who took that, bro?"
It's I'll show
Game
you guys
Facts
in
in
a second. Just gotta save it to
2005.
the
I was
folder.
there too, brother.
Taking a selfie and not looking at the camera, so epic.
Michael, you look like you'd knock out kids at gravel pit parties.
He's very aggressive.
You're ready to square up.
How old are you in this picture?
18. That was right after graduation.
I would have been so jealous of your ability to grow a goatee at that age. Shit.
That was all I
What
could
did
grow
you
right
do
there.
on your
I did
18th
that.
birthday? Did you smoke a bunch of cigarettes?
No, I went.
I smoked 8 cartons and never did it again.
Like I walked to Big Boy with my friend.
Nice.
Got a burger.
I don't remember my 18th birthday.
Yeah, I have no idea what I did on my 18th.
I remember my 21st. I don't remember my 18th.
Yeah.
I
21st, I went
any
down to Ohio University, Athens, and
Ooh.
drank a shit ton of alcohol and fell asleep in a bathroom.
So I went.
That was the last weekend we had the good Four Locos, too.
I went and legally purchased beer for the first time, and I remember I got the Iron Maiden Trooper Ale and like a couple other craft beers because the fucking Frog Rock message board that I admined, there was a craft beer section. And I like wanted to try craft beers or more craft beers.
Fuck yeah.
And
The craft beer section of the prog rock subforum. And you were having a shitload of sex at the time.
oh yeah,
Just like all of them.
fucking.
Those
Anyways,
were the guys that wear the t-shirts that became them.
the demon friend that I was talking about earlier, him and a couple other buddies came over, and we discovered that there was it was called Nightlife Live. It was a like Christian television call-in talk show that was supposed to be on at like the fucking middle of the night from like I think it was like 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. on the East Coast. For like when people were like really depressed and suicidal or whatever, they could like call in and then like a Jamaican preacher would talk to them about God. And then we crank called that phone line all night. Got on TV like 2 or 3 times. We thought it was the funniest shit, doing like epic atheist prank calls about like I'm the fucking quarterback for my football team, but the Bible says I'm not allowed to touch the skin of a pig. What should I do? That type of shit. It's so fucking epic.
Dude, Aaron, in the end of 2013, me, Alex, Andrew, and Rob Wisman would get on Skype and prank call people on Craigslist. It's the most
That was
fucking
fun.
I've ever had.
There was like a year of my life where I would get home, I would get back from college classes and I would just prank call the rest of the day.
Oh, we had so much fun.
Yo, Wednesday, thanks for the 5 gifted, bro.
Thank you,
So here's
Lindsay.
another thing from Alex's
Thank you,
yearbook.
Oh, this is my yearbook page, the quarter page they asked us to make. And mine has aged so much better than all the rest of them.
I've
Yeah, so good.
There was a kid, I'm not going to show you anyone else's, but there was a kid who spelled out the word epic in cobblestone in Minecraft. And that was part of his page. So.
I think his has aged better.
Alex was so good.
I just noticed the bee stinging someone's ass.
Yeah, that's just an ass.
They couldn't tell.
The picture's so funny.
Yeah, I blurred it,
out
and then
image of his face.
the teacher said I had to have a picture of me in there. So I sent her that.
Jesus
And
Christ.
she she didn't
It's
want
always
to
so
ask me to
difficult,
take
man.
another one.
Yeah, I love it. But they were just
It's
so
always so difficult. Your teacher's like, okay, we got it. We got it.
we just want to get it over with.
Fine,
As soon as
yeah.
they got
I
it,
want
like
to
this.
stop dealing with this kid.
The teacher retired like 9 years early because of just being Alex from 1 year. She's like, I'm done. I'm gonna go work somewhere else for a lot less pay. Even.
work in the prison system.
There was a music teacher who I think actually went back to grad school because I kept playing the final countdown on the recorder. Like I learned how to play it perfectly, and I would play it at random spots, and he didn't like it very much.
You love to eat wasps. It's not your problem.
They're good.
I was born this way.
Yeah, were you that demonic like in class all the time as well?
No, very rarely. Occasionally, when like I would be alone in like the library or something, I would just shriek at the top of my lungs, and like
I'll
a
be right
teacher
back,
would come
boys.
down
Sure.
from like the upper floor. What was that? I don't know.
It would be very jarring if like you were just a quiet kid that didn't speak that much and like this is your yearbook page.
I didn't speak that much. I was pretty quiet. I didn't want to talk to anybody.
When I was in 10th, 11th grade, something, maybe 9th even, I was in English class and we had to write a persuasive essay, and I stole a David Cross stand-up bit, which was like Jesus shouldn't be considered a martyr for like getting put up on the cross because heaven's way better than like whatever conditions he was living in at the time. Like, would you rather just like be hot all the time and starving and shit, or you'd rather be like up in heaven next to your dad controlling all of like humanity? And fucking I got called like after class to talk to the teacher. I was like, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, thinking I was gonna get in trouble for it or that I'd get caught for plagiarizing. And the teacher just thought it was hilarious and wanted to put me in like the AP English advanced program. Like, awesome. And so I did that in the library for like 2 months. I'm like, wait, this sucks. I just have to do more work and I'm by myself. I can't fuck around in class. And so I asked to be taken out of it. Lambert, thanks for the 9 months.
So my senior year, they asked me to be in AP chemistry, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I'm smart or something." So I said, "Yeah." But the thing with our AP classes, it didn't transfer to college credits, and we got there the first day of school started, and the teacher was like, "Okay, so every day people are going to come in at 7:30 as opposed to 8 o'clock, and we're going to start like school early and get all these like different things done." And the next day I went to the counselor and was like, "Can I get out of this class, please?"
That's why even have it, man?
It's so
No idea.
stupid.
Like if it doesn't have college, like why even have it? Really?
Yeah, you have to
Because
take it again
It
immediately.
makes you feel
Yeah.
smart, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Nah, I'm cool." Now, granted, everybody else in that class has graduated college and like gone on to do so many things. And now I'm just showing pictures of myself.
How
at
many
18.
monetized
How many
podcasts
viewers do
have
they have
been
on Twitch right now?
Yeah, yeah. Have they ever
Very few.
completed a Shadow Legend?
I doubt that any K-pop fans have threatened to kill them. So who really want?
Well, I don't
No.
know. They get pretty wild.
So this was at my prom. This was at the dance bit of it, and I got hot, and I popped the collar like partially as a bit, but also I thought I looked really cool. So this was when you remember that
Agreed.
viral video that was like, yeah, this collar's popped because I'm the fucking man and everyone should know it.
Yeah.
That video was viral, and my friends and I thought it was hilarious. So we were like aware that it was a stupid thing, but also thought it looked cool. The other thing about my
A
prom,
lot of guys.
It was like the Lonely Island era.
yeah, precisely. Yo, Booty Slapper, thanks for the 10. So
Thank you, Booty.
I had a good friend who was a girl that I had a crush on that I assumed I was going to prom with, but I was too pussy to ask her. And then one of my friends swooped in and asked her instead. And so then I was like, I didn't have any other friends that were girls. So I was like, what the fuck do I do? So I asked my friend Patrick, who moved away in our senior year, to be my prom date. And so he drove up and stayed with us for the week. And there was like this red carpet thing, and we went down like the red carpet with each other.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I was the dude that brought another, but it was like my best friend. So
Right. Hell yeah.
And that's when Aaron lost his virginity.
That's
I
right.
went by myself, but I got in for free because I said I'm not going. I'm not going to prom.
Yeah.
And then they said, well, no, we want you to go to prom. And I said, if you comp the ticket, I'll go to prom. And they did.
So,
And that's how you make a deal.
so one of the traditions at like my high school is that there's this like red carpet thing, right, that you saw. But the one tradition is like you pull up in a cool car with your grad date and leave. So like farm kids would have, you know, fucking tractors driven by their dads pull up and they like get out of there in their prom dress and shit, or like they'd like hire a Mustang. And I thought it'd be a good bit to get pulled in a little red wagon. And so I like went down the entire street in a little wagon like this and then got off and walked down the red carpet.
Weird kink shit.
It's not a kink, how dare you? It was just a bit.
I got prom cuckolded. This girl from another school that like I went to middle school with asked me to go to like our prom, and I think I was just like, even when a girl like obviously liked me, I was just like afraid to really talk to them most of the time. So I just like I was like, yeah, and then like didn't talk to her for like months. And some like this Croat kid who had a BMW like took over from me. And that, I mean, that started
competed.
Yeah, no, he won. It started a lifelong trend of me versus the Croats.
This is one of the first pictures. This was my first profile picture on Facebook. I took this picture in my parents' basement to make a Facebook for, because I was getting to college. It was like April, 2008. So I was about to go to school. And as I told everybody on our stream, my parents got a digital camera in like 2003, and the card got corrupted, so we lost all pictures from like 2003 to like 2008.
Oh, damn.
And so this is like one of the only pictures that exists of me in high school.
Nice.
Jesus, what's up? Tom looks like a completely different person in every picture from this era. It's like so hard to peg.
It's the hair.
It's easy to peg.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
When everybody signed up for Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg wasn't your first friend, that's when we should have known that it was something different than my.
Mhm.
It was something more serious.
So
It's funny you say that because I've always looked older. I've looked like I was 25 since I was like 16. We would go out to restaurants and stuff, and I distinctly remember being in a bar with my parents when I was 16, and my parents ordered beers, and then the lady behind the bar goes, "Oh, what do you want?" And my mom was like, "He's 16." And she was like, "Oh, okay, sorry."
I looked older too, and I had when I was like 17. There's this guy I've told stories about on stream a lot, like my best friend's 27-year-old brother who would hang out with us. Yeah, he's the guy who is like he had all these airplane bottles of liquor, the ones you get on planes, like on in his living room, and we would ask to drink them, and he'd go, "No, they're a collector's item." But But
they're not. They're $1.
Yeah, there is literally $1. But yeah, no, he would just be like, order a dirty martini, because no one will card you because you look older, and like no 17-year-old would order that, and it like actually worked. Yeah. It worked a lot.
I want an old fashioned.
All right, honey, don't be stingy on the vermouth. I can tell. Just talking like that as a 16-year-old.
I had like an 8-year-old's height, but a 20-year-old's beard when I was 12.
But it's funny that you mentioned it, because that's what we used to do at the bars. Like, if we'd get in and you'd just be like, "Can I have like a Miller Lite?" Just instead of saying a beer, because I've seen so many people. They'd be like, "Can you have a beer?" And they're like, "Can I see your ID?"
Can I get a beer?
Beer, please.
Give me a beer,
like,
one glass.
You're like 17, 18, you have no idea like how to order any sort of
I have
alcohol.
a jug with some X's on it.
There is a lot of language. There's a lot of it's very exclusionary.
Can I have one of the hooting jugs?
Yeah, I simply sneak
Can I
past
get one of the ones
bartender
with
to
the
the back room
XXX on it?
and take the cork out of the big barrel and sip from the stream of beer that flows in the air.
Could I get some triple X?
Triple
One with
X.
the cork in the top.
So like obviously as being Canadian, I was allowed into bars when I was 18, 19, and my favorite bit was when I was ordering a drink to ask for a tall glass of your cheapest scotch, which is I think funny given what I look like. Felix just looks like he does now, but like chubbier and with not as much facial hair.
Could I get a big gulp of Jim Beam?
This is this is another one. This is a trick we like to do. Like if you put a milk bone in your mouth, she'll perfectly take it out.
The dog gave it to Felix.
Great dog.
But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, generally like wider. You can see a hint of my tits there. I was like bigger there though. I had started lifting and doing jiu-jitsu, but I would also drink like, like 28 like Bud Heavies. Yeah. So there's a lot of like bloat. This was
you became a heavy bud.
This was like this is like during one of my like many Thanksgivings as the fail son. As the fat. No one wants to be the fattest kid at Thanksgiving.
No, I've been there.
I think that was me.
Sneaking up
my
for a plate of food and back down the computer.
Yeah, it's a shameful position to be in. You don't want to. Fattest adult is like whatever. Well, you pay taxes. Fattest kid, it's like you don't feel good about that.
Well, you're getting the bigger share of the food.
That is true.
Just double bouncing your cousins on the trampoline too high because you weigh like triple all of them. You're like, all right, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna go back to the living room and watch Bible Man for some reason.
Yeah. No, this would be like, I would like run. I was like going back. I would like get a beer and like a bunch of food and then go back upstairs to play Max Payne 2. Or
Hell yeah.
Ska.
Yeah, this is my ska band.
That's Chet.
Yeah.
That's Chet and Topher Grace.
Actually, the
What
guy
was
in
the
the
name of the
shirt,
ska band?
a big piece of cack, but we had to say a big piece of cake because we play a lot of school events. But yeah, that's me. That's my brother-in-law playing the trombone actually, and then the trumpet player was my friend Tim, who me and him waited in line for an Xbox 360 for like 18 hours together one time. In this picture here.
Name.
I'm wearing my Death Cab for Cutie shirt with a orange long sleeve shirt, a brown long sleeve shirt. I was a big fan of the long sleeve over the t-shirt look.
Yeah, you were layered brother.
Oh yeah, but this was at some Knights of Columbus out in the middle of nowhere. But yeah,
of course it is. Look at those walls.
Fun. We did,
Those wood panel walls.
It looks like it's the house of half of our YouTube guys.
Yeah. That's where hardcore bands would play.
Yeah, but. No, but the reason why because these are all guys are all 2 years older than me, because the previous tenor sax player, she graduated because she was a year older, and so these are like all my sister's friends. And then after they all graduated, I was like, fuck, I don't have any more friends because I was like, I'm gonna hang out with all the cool older kids. And then they all graduated, so that's why I started playing football because I wanted to make friends again. And that didn't
I
work
did that
out.
too. I was friends with the kids 2 years older because they were cooler. My class was all nerds.
Hey, Chet, did you practice safe sax, dude? Remember that?
That's really good, Michael.
My 8th grade band instructor told me I had one of the best embouchures he's ever seen. I was from a sax player, so
damn,
that was pretty good.
That gave me a fucking flashback to hanging out with older kids stuff. I remember I went to like a little local show when I was in 9th grade, and I was talking to like some guys that I kind of knew that were in grade 11 and were like in a heavier band or whatever, and we like got on well, and then I made a fucking live journal post about it later, being like, it felt really cool being able to hang out with grade 11s.
Just undoing it all.
Yeah.
Posting that now in like blurring out the date, so you think it's a post from now. Aaron, what the fuck?
And I remember getting to grade 11 as well and thinking, wow, that's fucking stupid. I'm still young and dumb as shit. Why was I impressed back then 2 years ago?
Yeah, I was always trying to hang out with the freshmen. I was a senior. Parties.
They stay the same age, baby.
Oh yeah, we pretty much had 3 original songs, and then the rest were just Real Big Fish covers. That was it. But we were pretty good actually.
Did you do the cover of Take on Me?
Yes. Yes, we did actually.
Yes, that
Yeah,
is like the hallmark of ska bands is doing ska covers of songs
There
that
he
other
is.
ska bands have already done.
Yeah.
Oh, the
there he
exact
is.
same way.
My FOV was
Felix,
so
you legit
good.
look like you're from Dagestan in this picture.
Yeah, it's no, yeah. I go through several different ethnicities depending on body weight, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
this isn't even like a Pokemon evolution. It's like one of the different games, like your Pokemon Snap version.
Yeah, this is the Digimon.
this is in a Costco.
Nice.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
The tracks.
Favorite store.
yeah.
Felix, that was where you got your associate's degree before college at the University of Costco, Chicago.
This is like
It's a Polish school.
this is like I want to say 19,
Yes,
which
sir.
I believe was my
Yes,
baddest
sir.
year.
Yes, sir.
I'm like
Yes, sir.
240 or 250 here, something massive.
Jesus. Big boy.
Yeah, it was huge.
My fattest year is gonna be a memoir someday.
It's a very important concept to me. I think I didn't notice how fat I was, or you just don't notice. Like you just look at yourself every day.
It
But
happens slowly.
Yeah, I was I thought I knew I was getting fatter, but not this fat, and I thought the way to compensate for it was to dress like Damian Lewis in Billions.
Dude, that's why
And
I
it just
should
doesn't
find old
work.
pictures of me. There's at least one picture or two pictures of me that exists when I weighed 290, but I can't
Ooh.
find them at all.
That'd be wild.
Here's the thing with Felix, though. It's just like you just have a wide face, so it looks you look bigger than you probably actually are. It's just like you're betrayed by just having a wider head.
Yeah,
It makes you look so much bigger.
It's also not a full body photo.
I had a
Yeah, you might have tiny legs.
I'm sad that I won't be able to see my skull after I die. When I'm just a skeleton, because I want to see how big it is compared to normal people's.
How big is they're gonna at the morgue, Felix? They're gonna try to push you in and not figure out an angle.
They do have X-rays.
Yeah,
You just want
I
to
don't
see.
know. I want to hold it in my hand.
You want to touch it. You want to do Hamlet with it.
Yeah, I was a really heavy baby too, so I'm very interested in my own skeleton.
Dude, I was big. I was 8'10" and 24 inches long.
Damn. I was
huge.
I was a very dense and heavy baby. Yeah, this is gentleman's 125. I worked at the U Chicago gym at this time, and I would just buy stupid shit from eBay to be like Damian Lewis.
Damn,
and
Ontario Stream Watch was 10 when he was born. That is big.
That's
crazy.
Damn.
10 years old.
Oh, INTJ perspective. Thank you for the yes, sir.
Did your mom have a hard time pushing you
Oh,
out?
thank you.
Yeah, she did. I was large.
Nah, Felix had to leave for college anyway. His mom had no problem.
Oh no, I mean the guy who said he was born when he was 10.
I think I was 9 pounds when I was born,
Damn,
so I was pretty big.
I have
Yeah,
no
what's up
idea.
there?
it's kind of beta,
siblings
Tom.
were smaller. They were like 6 pounds.
I was the third biggest kid, but all of us were. I think the smallest kid in my family was only 7 pounds something, which is that was pretty big for that many kids.
I think. Well, what was that? Let me see.
I was also due May 30th and born June 20th, so my mom probably hated me.
Yeah, I was due September 12th, and then I came the 26th.
Damn, Tamagotchi Pop said my cock was 8 pounds. That's crazy.
8
pounds, 15 and a half ounces.
I was
Normal weight.
I was a few days late. I just wouldn't get out of there.
You was playing CS:GO.
Yeah.
You're so funny.
Remember?
They had a remember when poster for this section of the yearbook. I'm not gonna post the whole yearbook page for the context because it's got everyone else in it.
Yeah.
But it's remember when after soccer practice they did something funny?
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of shit, and I would write 9/11 on it over and over. And then they would say, "Don't put that on there," and I'd say,
Damn,
"You
they
don't
said it never
remember 9/11?
happened.
You don't care about 9/11?"
Jesus
Are
Christ.
they denying that 9/11 happened then, or were you putting up fake things too?
Yes, they were denying that it was happening. The whole school.
Yeah, because when you showed this, I just assumed you were making up stuff.
Well, I was doing that too.
Yeah.
I was like, remember when this kid pulled the fire alarm?
My picture, I can't dig it out, but in my high school yearbook, there's a picture of me getting my diploma, and then I'm walking down, my fucking gown is like all crunched up on my leg, and it looks all fucked up. And then like the yearbook teacher who's in charge of it said she put it in there on purpose because she knew I'd be mad about it. Even doing it as a joke, but like, yeah.
Well, you know what's the worst thing? I've told this story on stream before, but in the 6th grade yearbook, they asked us on a paper form, to fill out like our favorite music and our favorite movie and whatever, favorite food. And they put it in the yearbook, and I wrote down Led Zeppelin for my favorite music, and I spelled it 100% correct. Then the woman who typed it up in the yearbook did Zepplin. So now I look like a fucking idiot forever.
In the yearbook, that's permanent.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, the 6th grade yearbook, that follows you.
Only if you're
When you apply to college, they want to see that.
You guys know the fucking the Stairway to Heaven poster with like the old man and the lyrics or whatever?
Yeah, he's holding the lamp.
Yeah. In my high school, they wanted to make the cafeteria badass. This was like before I got there, but they had like the art class paint it with like badass classic rock shit. So that poster was painted like 7 feet tall in our high school cafeteria.
That's pretty cool. I would have been pretty pumped about that probably as a kid, being like, yeah, I can play that. I know the solo. Want to hear it? Hold on, let me play it.
Chet, did they let you keep that crown?
Yeah, I actually still have it. It's in one of my boxes.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, no, the funny thing is, because my best friend at the time, he came down from Cleveland to Youngstown to play for like the Mahoning Valley Phantoms, the hockey team, and he got a full ride to Notre Dame to play hockey. And so like 3 days after we graduated, he had to go just to South Bend and start practice. And I was like, well, I'm not going to go to prom this year because I want to hang out with my buddy. We'll just get drunk and play like Lego Star Wars or whatever we were playing at the time. And there's a girl there who like, her friends were like, hey, Amber wants you to ask her to go to prom. And I was like, I'm not going. And then like 2 weeks before prom, they announced the prom court. And then when the last person they named, I'm like, ah, fuck. So I ended up having to go to prom. So I didn't want to go, but I ended up going. Then I won prom king. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But I went to a small school. We had like 125 in my class. And I believe 2/3 of our high school was in the marching band. We had a really good marching band, like, so I was in marching band and all that stuff. And I was the only one on the court who was in marching band or in band general. So I got that. I cleaned up with the band vote, and that's how I won.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
All politics is constituency.
Yeah, but this was my 7th grade girlfriend, Annie, and then we I broke up with her.
Wait, Chet, you're dating a 7th grader? Not cool,
Yeah,
man.
7th grade girlfriend.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude.
Not cool.
Shut up, dude. All right, first I was a great boyfriend too. We had an art class after lunch every day, and I would buy those Airheads lollipops, and when I would go and grab her art folder before class started with mine, I would hide the candy in there, and she'd open it up, and I'd have candy in her art folder. She loved that.
Aww.
Yeah. Then I dumped her ass.
Why'd you break up?
Bitch!
I think I had a crush on another girl or something.
Wow.
But no, we're still really good friends. I see her just every time I go back home. So, but yeah, she's
Oh,
cool.
I bet you do.
Oh yeah, I do. She wouldn't put it
Okay.
up. No, actually,
Nothing after it. Yeah.
It was so weird when people in high school would actually date younger kids.
Mhm.
I remember there was a kid in 8th
like
grade who was
teachers.
dating a 5th grader.
What?
Everyone was like, what the fuck are you
What?
doing, man?
Dude, that's
Wow.
weird.
It is
Like
only
that's weird,
it is
like
only a
7-year-old
3-year
and a
difference, but it's so
19-year-old.
weird.
Yeah, that age, that's
Yeah,
fucking
no.
strange.
No.
So
Yeah.
strange.
I dated a girl who was when I was a senior, she was a sophomore.
When you're in 8th grade, you should be fucking annoying some 9th grader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but her dad hated me. One time, me and my girlfriend at the time went to my grandma's house for my birthday dinner, and her dad made me map quest the direction to my grandma's house, and so I did. And then the son of a bitch comes and drives like 35 minutes to my grandparents' house to pick up his daughter after we were done. We're like, holy shit, did you really just do that, man? And
Damn.
like my uncle was like out in the garage talking to him while my girlfriend was saying bye to my family and everything. My uncle likes to goof around and he was like, yeah, is your nephew a good guy? And he's like, no, dude, I wouldn't trust him at all. Like, like, come on, man. But then we broke up.
That's some uncly hijinks.
Mhm.
I can't wait to do stuff like that.
Did any of you guys have any like particularly painful or rememberable high school breakups?
I didn't date until I was in college.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. No,
I didn't
I
date
asked-
for real.
I asked
later.
like 2 girls out,
Good
and both said yes and gave me their phone numbers, and then I just never called them. We never went out because I was just like, nah.
Nah, I gotta play Guitar Hero.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta be in this basement playing Halo 3 for 8 hours a night. But yeah, that's sort of just that's my dating experience. Mostly throughout my entire life is just I'm busy gaming.
Aaron, I had like good breakups and didn't. We were also we were just like still friends. I'm still friends with actually all of them.
Damn.
I was just like totally petrified of girls. Like I was just like I didn't even ask any out.
Yeah.
Like even when like there are girls who like liked me despite like my wideness, and I was just like too afraid to do anything. But then I would also lie. I'd be like, yeah. I got a blowjob recently.
behind like a light post. Be shy. I'm shy. Who's that shy wide guy over there? That's he's just shy.
Dude, like some of the girls that like me were like too hot to. I wonder if they had like a wide dad and there's like some psychology there.
Maybe they had a really thin dad. There's one the opposite. They want to rebel.
So piss off my thin dad.
Yeah, their dad looks like a nematode with glasses on. They just want a wide mountain man.
Oh, and I do want to add that the reason why it looks like I'm crying here is she's actually making a face here too because we were both just like, joking around. I'm so happy.
And Lone Star was playing.
And then they snapped a pic while we did that for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, like conceptually, when I was in high school, like anyone being romantically interested in me was fucking absurd, and it stayed that way until I was like 23. Hey, shut the fuck up.
It was weird for me because when I was 23, it was like probably like the most physically attractive I've ever been and will ever be. Like I had like a visible.
I think it's when you were 17.
What? You have
a allowed to say that he was like 15 or 13 at the time.
He was younger.
Yeah, if anything, yeah, he's
You're the one getting in trouble for that.
He's reverse grooming me because of his proven ass beauty standards.
He's tacking you like a horse.
I don't even talk about with the tier 2.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I like when I worked at a bar and shit, like
that was still so the best, man.
Like, drunk Minneapolis moms would just like grab my crotch and shit, and it was just
an awkward photo right there.
Really,
when you open up Alex, it's the sleeve to his book that's in the back.
The white Iverson, thank you for 5 gifted subs. Holy,
thank you.
That's what
and same thing for 19 months, man.
Thank you.
2 months. That's one of my friends.
Chungler picked one up nice.
In our early 20s, he worked at a wine bar, and
Nice.
all these like rich area moms would just like flirt with him nonstop.
Yeah, they're insane. They just have like no boundary because they're just like rich and don't give a shit.
They're rich. They don't like their husbands, and so they would just do whatever they wanted.
Oh yeah, they just have some unhappy marriage where the husband makes like $750,000 a year working at like Target or Best Buy corporate, and they're like that area of St. Paul around Summit Avenue. It's all just like rich, unhappy people, and Gulf Arabs who are very happy because they finally get to smoke cigarettes.
That's what
super happy.
For any Akron area, it's Farallon moms. So anybody familiar with Farallon, those are the moms that would hit on my friend nonstop, and it was always very funny to me. But he's an attractive guy, but it was just that like I was like, man, why are you working there? Like you could do other things. But then I realized how much money he was making in tips from.
Yeah.
Just like stuffing $100 bills into his pants.
So Chet had the death cab shirt and you had the Iron and Wine shirt. You guys would have got along.
No, Chet hates Iron and Wine.
I hated Iron and Wine. I saw him up Bonnaroo and I was like, what the fuck is this boring shit?
Phil Dog 3000, thanks for the prime.
Thank you, Phil Dog.
This is not boring.
Yeah, they didn't. Oh yeah, he was waiting on Mosh to kiss. This never took off.
Yeah, thank you. Please show off the blanket.
Yeah, this is what Tom got me, guys.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's fucking go.
Right, it's a crossover.
Your two favorite things.
Yeah. What if Kiss
We
and
all
Marvel
know,
teamed
we
up
all
together?
know Chet loves Kiss and Marvel properties.
Yeah, his two favorite. Yeah, he won't stop talking about them.
White Iverson,
honestly,
thanks for that gifted sub.
You can have too many fleece blankets though. I'll end up using that for something.
Well, here's the thing. Everyone was like, "Oh, you need to get him a T-shirt." It's like he's never gonna wear the T-shirt.
Yeah. Blanket, however.
This is from when I was cutting my own hair, and I still do, but I'm better at it now.
Alex, is that what you were bequeathing to the other class under you?
Yeah, everyone said some stupid, corny shit like I leave my sense of courage.
Yeah, I can see it right next to you. And the fear, the courage to know, and the.
Like, shut the fuck up! You're in high school.
Alex's face, man, it's so good.
Just see
Yeah, I always
it.
made the worst face.
Thank you, Grab Boys.
You're just so fucking over it.
I think that picture, my parents actually paid for the copy of it. I told them, like, no, I look bad on purpose. Pay for the copy, but they did.
Like,
I think it's still somewhere in the house.
Our handsome
Like, I think
man.
that might be in my grandma's house.
You're just giving her the WTF face.
Like, if I could go back, I would take some good pictures of myself back then.
Yeah.
But you never do that at the time.
Thank you, Nathaniel Barron. I remember taking bad pictures early on, and then my mom being very upset with me, and so I was just like, all right, I'll just take it serious from now on.
High school pictures are such a weird thing.
But that was,
It's
like, great.
unnecessary.
Very weird.
Yeah. I just got in
Everyone's got
trouble.
a camera now.
Where the fuck?
My parents are not on a deeper irony level than me.
My mom's on like a pretty deep one.
So
My dad's on like 0.5 irony.
So here's me with Felix. Just kidding.
That would be me if I kept on the path I was on. I would be that right now. Which honestly, that guy seems pretty happy. So
Yeah.
This is my fucking 11th grade physics teacher who was this Hungarian guy, and like he was a completely fucking absurd character. Like he would forget kids' names all the time. He had this like fucking very no, this was a officially licensed Canucks t-shirt. He like would talk shit about Romanians all the time and like forget kids' names and shit. Like at the beginning of every class, he would like go through and read and like the names, and he was like, Aaron, okay. And he's like, who is these Kelsey? And she'd been like in his class for months, and motherfucker would leave the classroom for like 30-40 minutes on end as we were like working or whatever. He wouldn't be there to ask questions, and he'd come back and be like, guys, it's teacher appreciation day, there's donuts in the staff room. And
Hell yeah.
his name was Benno, his first name, and everyone
So it was donuts for the employees, right?
yeah. And
He just gave them to his class. He didn't pay for them.
Mormon Gaddafi, thank you for
That's a pimp move.
the 11
he's
name.
awesome.
He fucking is the
Redistribution.
It was the only time I ever cheated in school because I felt like I knew like high school didn't matter all that much in the grand scheme of things, so I'd only be cheating myself if I didn't learn the shit or whatever. But he like just wouldn't teach you. He'd be like, guys, it's just math. Why are you? It's just math, like with physics, and like wouldn't explain it. He's like, it's not my job to teach you. Which I mean, it was, but
It's not my job to educate you. I'm Hungarian. I'm a POH, a person of Hungarian, and I have no obligation to tell you anything.
So he wouldn't let us fucking he would let us do a re-exam if you like did poorly on one test, which I did. And he was too lazy to like make a second test. So he just took the practice exam from the textbook and then left the class for 45 minutes. I'm like, well, he's just asking me to cheat. So I I did cheat on that one test, but I intentionally didn't get 100%. Like I got like a 89 just so it would like reasonable doubt that I like got some questions wrong.
That's always a smart move.
I loved physics too, but like he completely turned me off of them.
He's awesome. I love him. I wish I could have learned physics from him.
Yes, Etienne, we do.
Yeah.
I would cheat if it was like a take-home test or something, but I would never go out of my way to do it.
Yeah, Sam.
He was deadly afraid of moths as well, and so one kid like collected hundreds of moths from his barn at night, and there was like a little vent that was above the like door to his classroom, and at lunch period they just like put all the moths through the vent, and he opened up the door, and I wasn't there, but apparently he fucking screeched and ran away and like refused to enter the classroom until like a janitor came and fucking cleaned away all the moths. Pretty good bit for disrupting the class.
I never let bugs loose in the school. Our senior prank was something super stupid. I don't even remember what it was. It was like putting confetti in the school or something. And I refused to even participate because it was so stupid. And I wanted to do like, I don't know, burning the school or something, or switching out one of the teachers' insulin for something else. Something funny.
My senior prank was these kids.
Holy shit, Aaron. D4NNY, Danny. Goodbye to everybody.
So I found the Mr. Fedor picture because I was looking for this one. This is the only time I cut my hair intentionally trying to look bad. I thought it'd be a funny bit. And the sweater I also purchased as a bit when I was in Sweden because I thought it looked absurd and like super European. And so like
I just like you're on holiday. Oh,
yeah.
what?
Yeah, every time you try to look as stupid as possible, you just look like a British person trying to look good. Every picture.
But I've talked about living in a farm before. This is my front yard when I grew up. There's like the lawn that we maintained, and then that was like must have been an off year where the field was like rotating crops because it was just like overbrush or whatever.
God, Aaron was just my window. It was cool.
Aaron was just catfishing sugar daddies, saying he was an English boy from some farm in BC.
You just look so European in every picture.
Yeah. You look like, you could be from anywhere south of Manchester.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a chav.
Yeah, you're a chav.
It really is just the British guy trying to look his best.
Yeah, it's just like that's like black tie. That's like that's like black tie in Surrey.
If you're British and you look this good, they put you in a boy band.
Yeah, like Aaron, you would be on Love Island.
Oh man, that'd be my dream, bro. I'm trying to find more fucking pictures of the era on my Facebook.
I know he couldn't be Mancunians, Northumbrians look different. I have a lot of theories about this.
That's the best part.
Northumbrians have darker hair usually and are taller than most. Well, you are like tall enough to be a Northumbrian. But I have a lot of ethnic theories about Northumbria versus the rest of England. I'm a Northumbrian independence.
There are lots of Vikings up there.
Yeah. They just look different.
Having played through Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that is 100% true.
Yeah, I'm gonna when I get my PS5 for $800.
My ancestors are like equally from all around England, so I can't have any sort of regional preference.
Well, I've had a few pictures. I told you, that most of my pictures are post high school, and so I don't have too many that I also didn't have a bunch of people in it, and I didn't want to show their faces or anything. So
here's another.
Because I was also still pre.
There's another very English-looking one.
Oh my god!
This is
oh my god!
So this would have been grade 12, and this guy was like 20.
Is that Liam Gallagher?
Maybe. he was obsessed with the Goo Goo Dolls, and so he like tried looking like the guy from the Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh man,
he was cool. We got along really well, but
I hope he's not still doing that, or he would have to mummify himself.
That was rock, so I'm fine with that.
It makes you look even more British.
I know.
Yeah, that's very British there.
Look at that. The guy next to you does not look British.
No, he looks very
He
Canadian.
looks like his people have been on
Yeah,
the New World for a long time.
It looks like he came from the movie Croods.
My caption from 2007. LOL, comma. The guy that liked getting drunk and throwing axes made us steak. I had to get my photo with him because he is my idol. Fuck yes, chat.
He's holding 2 plates with his thumb between them.
And a piece and the steak.
Yeah, I'm holding the steak with my hands as well, as you can see.
The guy holding the big piece of steak, that looks like a UKIP politician.
I went to a couple parties like that where it was at someone's uncle's cabin that like barely had running water.
Yeah, that was
And
a big
people
thing.
would just drink warm Smirnoff ice until they fell over and hit their head on stuff. And I was just I was the only kid where I took a bunch of hits from a bowl that someone had. That was my first time smoking weed, but I didn't drink anything. And I was just there. I had headphones in. I was listening to Talk Talk, Color of Spring, or Laughing Stock, watching people fall over and like scream, and 2 girls making out on the floor and stuff. It was a chill night.
So cool.
That's a perfect night.
Dude.
This was a fun one.
Look like a hot couch guy.
Look at those sodas crushed up.
Yeah. That was a good party. We drank a lot, played a lot of beer pong.
The fucking the West Side hands are so of the era, dude.
Yeah, that is so 2008. This is, oh my god.
West Side pimpin' for show. Fuck.
You look like a wankster.
Definitely was. Yeah.
God damn it.
This was a good night though, because this was the last night we actually got to party with my buddy who I didn't want to go to prom because I wanted to hang out with him. So this was our last night. We just played beer pong until like 5 a.m. And that's back before you did water cups. You actually just poured the beer in the cups and drank out of it. That was so fucked up. I can't believe we survived that.
The friend's house who I played that in the basement was so dirty and nasty. We'd pick the ball would hit the ground and like there'd be hair and dirt on it.
Hey,
we just like back into the cup. Like, all right, now we're playing.
That's so yeah, that was like the standard way to play. We just had like a side cup with water in it that you clean the ball off in.
Yep.
Yeah, every once in a while, like, it does not get clean.
Oh, you know what I used to love to do when they would have people working collaboratively on a PowerPoint in Google Docs? I would do Control A and change to Comic Sans. And I remember the teacher got mad at me, and he had like he just had a kid with his wife, so he was like sleep deprived, and then I felt bad after that when he got. But it was pretty fun.
Aaron, I sent you a good one on Twitter.
Let's go.
That I found. I was 17 in this one.
I agree, Bernard Sanders. He does look like Brendan Fraser in this picture.
It's with the late chief from Deftones.
Oh, Jesus.
I used to get stopped like every single day, and people would say it looked like Brendan Fraser.
Oh, I bet.
I've had so many people take pictures with me.
That's not me, Wookie. No, that's Tom.
Tell me that like I looked like Brendan Fraser. It annoyed me so much because people would stop me. But that's why
When we
like
took that picture in Buffalo. That's who I thought you were.
I'd be at work and someone would like come up to me and stop me and be like, "You look like Brendan Fraser." Thanks, man. All right, I'm busy.
I'm busy now.
This was senior year. I think I just graduated, and I went to hookah for the first time with a couple of friends of mine that were girls. That
Ooh.
I wish. I wish. Nothing happened. I told the one girl I liked her, and then she was just like, "Yeah, well, we're going to different schools." I was like, "Oh, you're right. You're right."
True.
Oh, that's a good point. For real.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're right. Never mind.
I've never tried a hookah.
It's cool.
I've never had any sort of tobacco product.
We should all share one right now.
Yeah.
Don't really feel like I'm missing out too much.
No, I never really
Much better stuff to smoke.
Yeah,
I never really smoked.
I know what you're saying.
Might as well fucking
Oh yeah,
smoke.
you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Java rocks.
I was 18. I think I had literally just graduated. Like we had our like ceremony, and then we went like I went to dinner with my parents, and then I was hanging out with people.
That story, Alex, about changing the font to Comic Sans reminded me of another thing my demon friend Alan did, where remember the old overhead projectors that was just like the copy and it with like light or whatever, it projected up in black and white. So he was sat by it and he cut out like a little smiley face, right, and put on the overhead projector like when the teacher was off doing something. It was like pretty harmless, and so they left it up there. And so the lesson goes on, and then he cuts out a penis in his out of like a piece of paper, and then puts the penis in the mouth of the smiley face.
Yes.
137. Thank you for joining the raid.
Probably the worst thing I did, or was there an end to that story?
He got sent to the office and like had to take a letter to his parents, like saying what he did, which was cut out a penis and put into the overhead projector Smiley's mouth, and he just got,
With the projector slide paperclip to it.
And he got a kid to fake sign it. Anyways, go ahead.
Nice.
Probably the worst thing I did was in the bathroom, in the boys' bathroom, above the urinal, there was this poster with inspirational quotes from famous people. And it was kind of weird. It was like people liked it because it was weird to have that above the urinal.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of a funny joke. And one day I pulled up the corner of it and then carved a huge cock and balls into the drywall behind it and then put it back. And then like a year later, someone found it. And then they said they couldn't, as punishment, they couldn't have posters up there anymore. So some kids were like, we're going to volunteer to respackle and paint it so we can put the poster back. And no one ever knew it was me.
So funny.
Yeah,
I think someone asked me, like, Alex, was that you that did it? And I said, no.
Yes.
We had a kid that pooped in a utility sink in one of the bathrooms, and then he got kicked out for that. But like, no one like thought it was that funny. He just did it and like started bragging about it, and then he like bragged about it near a teacher, and they heard. And
that's not one you want to brag about.
Yeah, everyone was like,
"You look worse than anyone else."
We did the one day we pissed off the lunch lady because we got those cosmic brownies from the snack table or whatever, and then you would like scrape the sprinkles off the top of it and just roll it in your hands, and it would just look like exactly like a turd. And so we'd always just go throw them in the urinal. We did have one kid who pooped on the floor in Saturday school, and everyone loved him for it. He's still known as the kid who pooped on the floor at the Saturday detention protest.
See, that's like why you can't do that though, is because everyone always knows you as the person who pooped.
The kid who pooped on the floor. Well, I guess it's a positive thing.
Yeah, but it's still like you're known as the person who just pooped on the floor.
That was
Maybe it was a travel size.
The Deftones were like, "You want to smoke some weed on the bus?" And I was like, "I'm 16. I'm gonna save you some trouble here."
A kid who brought this, he jacked off into a plastic bag and brought it on the school bus to show everybody. He overdosed like 5 years ago.
Christ.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was. You can see it coming.
I don't know if anyone's overdosed from my school. There's like a couple have died from like car accidents, but
not my high school, but my grade school.
Yeah, Deftones still fucking rock.
Couple people.
There was one girl from my high school that got murdered.
What?
Because she joined the Navy, I think. She was like from a military family, and then she was in like North Carolina or South Carolina and happened to be in a gas station and got shot.
Jesus.
That was the only person that died from my school.
That's
a lot
wild.
of people were on heroin. I made a lot of sappy Facebook posts about quitting heroin. Whenever OD'd.
I said before, but I think it was the entire starting lineup from the 2011 Romeo High School men's team is dead from overdoses.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I knew like, definitely higher than average amount of people who OD'd from high school and stuff.
It was so bad in my area. I mean, Tom.
A lot of people
and
in my
Jessica,
area
obviously.
have, but just not in my high school.
Yeah, not in my high school, but I've known quite a few people that have, but not up again.
You get OD'd on heroin in a health class at your school? Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
That's the face Tom made when that happened.
Yeah. It's my home halfway face.
Yeah.
You were like,
I guess if there's any teacher that's going to know what to do, it's the health teacher. Probably the best class to do it in.
I won prom king. I was I had the best grades in my grade. I had the best in my grade. Fuck. I did play football. I got to play CYO football with the private school kids.
Mm-hmm.
They all got dropped off in like a fucking giant, just black Suburban, air conditioning and shit. I'm riding my trash picked BMX bike with all my gear, like 3 miles to practice every day. It was worth it though. I was never off the field. I was on for literally every play. I was linebacker, defensive end, and kicker.
It's gonna burn a lot of calories, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played soccer and then lacrosse my freshman year, but then I started working sophomore year, and I didn't want to play lacrosse in the spring because I was like, I'd rather just make money. Now that I have my license and I have to pay for gas and stuff.
What was everybody's first job?
I was an attendant at a laundromat, and I just sat back behind the counter, and I worked every Friday night. And we were supposed to close at 9, but the lady who owned the place was like, "You can, if there's nobody here, you can take off a little early." And so I took that as a cue to leave at 8 every Friday night. But most of the time, I was also working Saturday morning. And so I'd come back and there'd be like 2 notes on there, like, "You fucking, I left my clothes there." So I just take the note and rip it up.
Hell yeah.
Whatever. Because my sister worked there too, and she would like cover for me. She's like, "You got to stop doing that." And I was like, "All right." If there was nobody in there at like 8, I was like, "Well, lock the doors. Set everything up. Let's go."
That's so fail, son.
Tomorrow.
So good.
I worked at a Dairy Queen, and I got the job because they came to the lunchroom during school and were like, "Hey, if you fill out an application, you'll get a free dilly bar." And I didn't get the note that everybody was just putting in fake names because they didn't want to do it. So I had to like put my real information in, and they called me. They're like, "You want a job?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." And then I worked there, and they made me wear a hairnet because my hair in high school.
Yeah, it was A&W Canada for me in the kitchen. Like 9th grade.
I was a paperboy one summer for like a month, but I feel like my first real job was McDonald's.
When I was in high school, Great Lakes Crossing, which was like the big mall at the time, it only been open for like 5 years. And everyone wanted jobs there because it was cool. It was the cool mall. And they all wanted jobs at like American Eagle and shit. I'm like, man, that's awesome. You guys get to fold jeans all day. I'm going to work 1 day a week and make $800 at the car wash. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I ref soccer after that because the place closed down because they also tried to turn it into a coffee shop, and then they ran out of money and couldn't keep the laundromat open anymore. And that was great because they stuffed it like with those Izzy sodas.
Yeah, those rock.
Yeah, and they were like, "Yeah, you can have one during your shift." And I was like, 1 or like 4? Could I just take some home with me?
Nah, HG, that's Somerset. That's the rich person mall.
And then I was just I ref soccer, I think my senior year of high school, which was great. And I got threatened by like adult dads when I was reffing 5th grade girls soccer because I wasn't being fair, they would say. And I was just like, "All right, dog." Like some guy stormed onto the field and started yelling at me. I'm like, "I'm 18." And like something snapped in his head, and he just like turned around and walked away.
5th grade, man, who gives a shit?
Exactly.
Does anyone remember what soccer games they won or lost then? I don't remember any of them. I don't remember any individual games I was in.
I only remember wins.
School soccer.
But it's very funny because you can just like stop them by just reminding, like, I'm a kid. Like, oh, okay. What are you doing, dog?
I'm probably younger than your oldest child.
Yeah.
Yeah, I repped a Little League game one time, and that was the only time I ever did it because those
It's
parents are fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Yeah, they're always living vicariously through their kids in the stupidest way.
Like, I got it. If we were doing like AAU or like, I don't know, something intense, like I sort of get it because it's a high level, but then like CYO 5th grade girls,
Dude.
getting yelled at, and I was just like,
Some of you probably know some of this, but hockey parents were the fucking worst because they have to get up at 2 a.m. and they think they're goddamn troops.
Oh yeah.
They put like because they need to get their kid in for ice time, so they're literally up at like 1:30 a.m. alarm clocks and shit, and they talk about it like they're a fucking first responder.
Yeah, so
It's so annoying.
I think I said it in here. It was last year. The Carolina Hurricanes. My wife gets tickets through her work, and they had this thing called like Women's Night, and so she got us 2 tickets, and it was like, oh, you're gonna get like a tour of the facilities.
Dude, you went to Women's Night?
Well, let me finish the story.
Listen to this.
And so we thought it was a game because I just didn't even bother looking at the schedule. And I was just like, oh yeah, there's a game, whatever we get, and we're gonna go. And we show up, and there's like nobody in the parking lot, and I was like, oh, that's weird. And we walk in, and there's about 70 women signing up for this event. And I just walked in with my wife, and everyone turned around and just looked at me. And I was like, oh, no, this is for women in hockey.
You're fucking Esteban, dude.
Yeah.
Esteban. God of the women's conference, Esteban.
Lady-
Quiet.
We were like, oh, well, we didn't realize that like it was just for women. She's like, well, it's not really just for women. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll go in too. And so they had like wine and cheese, and we sat down, and we're in this like hall, and they have all these people talking to us, and we got to go on the ice and shoot pucks. And there was one lady that my wife heard whispering. She was like, this is supposed to be just women. Why is there a guy in there? But it was sick. I got pictures. I was like Sebastian Aho's. I was in front of his locker. I got the picture there, and I got to go on the ice. But to Mike's point, it's all these moms. It was all these hockey moms just talking about waking up early for hockey practice and how hard it was. And
Dude, yeah. Have you ever asked your kid if he actually likes it, or are you just?
What time does hockey start?
Well, the thing is, there's limited ice because there's not like a fucking million fields like soccer fields, right?
Yeah.
There's limited ice time, so you have to slot your kids' time. Like the cheapest times are literally 1:30 in the morning. Most of the hockey rinks around here are 24 hours.
Yeah, well, like they usually get up at like 5, or like they start practice at like 5 or 6 a.m. and like so you have to get up before then, get your kid ready, get breakfast and all that. So like
my cousins used to drive like 45 minutes of practice too.
Just wild, but it was very funny being there, being the only guy with like 75 women. And
holy shit! Sport Watch said my hockey practice was 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. the next day.
Jesus Christ. That's just killing your kid.
No, that is a bad thing to do to your kid. But if you're a single guy and you're looking to get some pussy, go to your local pro hockey team's women's night.
Yeah.
They'll love you
Be
for
the
it.
only guy there.
Yeah,
Be the only guy there. God,
it was a
That's fucking amazing.
Thomas,
funny.
so
It was
fucking
so funny. Just
Peter
walked,
Griffin moment, man.
just getting so many glares at me. And at first I was awkward. Like I felt awkward, and then like once I got to go on the ice and then the locker room, I was like, "This is the greatest day ever. This is so sick. I'm going to come next year."
Yeah, when I was between jobs, actually it was right before I started working at the psych hospital, which is my favorite job of all time. I did that for like 6 years. But right before that, I had just gotten a 3rd interview against one other guy that was my age to be a Zamboni driver on the weekends at the rink by me.
That would have been so dope.
That would have been the fucking best.
My
I was
brother
23.
My brother did that in OU. His roommate was a goalie on the hockey team. They had a club team there, and that's how I got my Ohio University hockey jersey, because my brother gave it to me for Christmas because he got it for free. But he drove. It was an Olympia, I think, is the other brand, not the Zamboni. But we got to go onto the ice and stuff there. because he would just let us in when I come down to visit.
So the first job thing got me to thinking of working at A&W, and the first time I ever got like actually drunk was when one of my older coworkers that could buy booze, he was like quitting and he wanted to celebrate, so he brought in a 40 of Crown Royal. He was like, "We're popping open a bottle today. Let's do it." And this was like, you know, a Tuesday night, and I was working the 4 till 8 shift, and so like me having never really drank before helped this guy fucking polish off this 40 of Crown Royal, and I was absolutely fucking hammered.
That's
And
so fucked to do.
I remember someone ordered a like a teen burger or something with extra onions on it. So I put half of a fucking onion on his burger.
Dude, I bet that person still talks about that to this day.
Yeah.
About
The worst burger I've ever had.
Yeah.
Like it was
That should've
honestly
gone viral
like
today. I'd be
that
like, "Are you
thick
serious?"
of an onion on this burger, and we were both in the back. It was like drunk, like, dude, he's gonna fucking love it. He has for extra onion. Look at the fucking extra onion. This onion. And then like I was too drunk for one to drive, but also too young. I didn't have my license yet, and so my mom picks me up, and she's like, "Aaron, how's work?" And I'm sitting there like, "Good," and like just sitting in the car silently on the way home. And as soon as I got to my room, I threw up on the floor.
This burger looks like it was made by a high schooler getting drunk for the first time.
Oh my god. The burger probably killed that person.
He probably
Their
got
breath still smells.
He probably got pancreatitis from that burger.
Yeah, whatever car that got delivered to still smells like there's a body in there. They just can't get it out. Good luck reselling that.
I imagine him just like getting pissed up, seeing so many onions on there, but still just eating it and not taking it out.
Eating the entire fucking
Wow, this
thing.
fucking sucks, dude. I'm never coming to you again.
I also love Aaron already
entire
looking like
fucking onion.
Aaron at that age looking like he's from an onion country. Just fucking, yeah, you want some onions?
Dude,
I'll show you
I
onions.
would have looked like the picture on screen actually. It'd been about
They
that
just
time.
look like you're from an onion country.
If that guy gave me half an onion, I would feel like such an asshole. I'd be like, well, that's the gag he does to everyone. He gives everyone half an onion.
Yeah,
The onion
Dude,
man.
that burger had a crunch. There's so many onions on it. So cool.
Like
Oh my
holding the
God.
burger out the window of the car and just letting the onions fall out.
Just up Tom again.
Yeah, that's just speech. I was high there. Like it was very high. We
Oh, you know who you look like here, Tom? You look like Kyle Kuklinski.
okay.
Oh
You're
yeah.
hungry.
Yeah, you're hungry.
Hungry.
Can I just say, unironically, I respect that guy for just being like, yeah, I'm leaving these up.
No, of
Yeah.
course. That's all.
Yeah.
Like that is
He rocks.
yeah. That is a pimp move.
Respect.
That he's just like, you know, I'm gonna leave him up, whatever. But that was a different time for me.
That's like, fucking
Oh my
respect
God.
for that guy. Respect to him.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Tom is
Seems like a
doing
good
weird-
dude.
Tom's doing weird champ in that picture for sure.
No, it was just when my parents like they didn't really care if we drank if we did it like with them, and this was a beach vacation with them, and my brother just graduated high school, and so 3 of his friends drove down, and we were just drinking and smoking weed off the balcony, thinking my parents didn't know, but like the whole room just smelled of weed, and like they just didn't care.
Man,
We were like, man, we're getting away with this.
I do that as an adult, like
Yeah.
literally smoking weed in a car before going in somewhere, and just don't even like spray anything on me. Just,
Yeah.
I like smell myself. I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't smell like weed. Like you couldn't even tell.
There was a lifeguard stand that
Yeah, fuck it.
was right on the beach, right outside, like right outside the window, and we'd go up there at night, and like my mom would just laugh because there would just be a lighter being lit, like in completely dark, and you'd just see that light.
Damn, what's that floating out there?
That was my dad's like
Fireflies.
That was my dad's like only childhood story that he told us that didn't end like tragically with like someone he knew killing themselves. It was the one where he's like, it was like at Thanksgiving, and our grandmother was talking about how smart like their aunt was, her sister was, and my dad was like, yeah, no, she had a convertible, and me and our cousin just smoked an entire joint there, and she didn't notice in the back.
That's so good.
That
So
is,
she wasn't that smart.
I'm not from North Carolina. That is in North Carolina, but that's not OBX. That's Wrightsville Beach, baby.
Did you ever spit off the top deck of a boat while it was moving?
No.
Not the top deck, but just off.
That's
of
always
boat.
fun because it just falls onto the next person's face. Or spitting in general. Spitting onto the top of someone's head from high up.
Spitting's awesome. We knew a kid whose dad was kind of a baller and had a boat that we would have parties on when we were like 16 or 17.
Mhm.
That shit was awesome. That was like, we did not deserve that as dumbass fucking kids.
So
This
stupid.
fucking picture, man.
Chinese people are pro spitting, and there's more of them than any other kind of people. So
That's why they're taking over.
that.
They're a spitting culture.
Felix, I remember being told when I was younger the whole like, if you drop a penny off the Empire State Building, it would kill the person on the bottom. Yeah. I remember thinking like, nah, I'm different. I would not.
I mean, anyone with a really big head
Penny.
will survive that.
Yeah, I would have survived that for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Thick enough skull, right?
Yeah, I got my skull's thick.
The average Polish person is like more resistant to pennies than other people.
Yeah, RIP to you, but I'd be okay.
Just built different.
God, Chet, this fucking picture, man.
That one's so good. Chet's like, man, Chet's like adolescence. It was like, I mean, like being a teenager sucks, but like a lot of it sounds pretty cool. Like a lot of it sounds fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I do look back and think that I did have my high school and college experience was, pretty good. I mean, it helped that my school, we, was small and we all got along for the most part too, but
That's good.
yeah, I mean, and like there were no like cliques or anything. Like half the football players were in the marching band too. So, yeah, everyone just got along for the most part. I mean, you obviously had your fights here and there, but yeah, no, I mean, I got along with everybody.
I had the dream scenario school to have a Red Dawn at.
Chet certainly
That's
seems
not
to have
that-
the
I don't
most
know.
normal adolescence.
Yeah, mine was. Yeah, I had a weird one.
Mine was second oldest of 11 homeschool.
Yeah.
Same.
I would say Chet and I were pretty normal because like my school was small because I went to a Catholic school and
Yeah.
my graduating class was like 190 and
Mhm.
we didn't have cliques or anything. We just sort of everyone was seemingly cool.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was just I don't know, chill.
I mean,
Yeah,
normal and like the.
I was nice going to a small school because I mean I knew everybody in my class. Like,
Yeah.
every-
Yeah,
so-
that's a good way to go.
Yeah.
Would you guys believe I was into things like memorizing things? Would you believe that?
No.
I was into that in elementary school.
I like to do like the states in order and shit.
Yeah, I did that. I was in like fourth grade. I learned like all the capitals in like order, and I was really proud of that. Then
The
after
letters?
that, just yeah, from like the capitals and then the states in like alphabetical order. And I was like, damn, this is so cool. And then I just started playing video games nonstop.
You know what? You know what fucked
I
me
forgot
up?
everything I've ever done.